What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Frickin' Uncultured. So, my name is Chandler, and I am joined with my buddy Andy. Handy, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. It's nice to be back. I mean, to break the illusion, obviously we just filmed a last episode and we're doing our second
hmm
one, but it's good to be back, man. I enjoy doing this stuff, so.
Oh yeah, no, me too. It's been, I mean, this episode should be coming out after the one that we just now recorded, so you should already all know. If you don't, you need to go back and watch the last episode. You know what? I'm not even going to tell you why we've been gone. Go back and watch the last episode.
And on
You,
top of that, if you have watched the last episode, you should go back and do it again just to
yeah,
make sure you
exactly.
understood what we were talking about.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? We were very passionate and we said a lot of poignant topics
You should have
and
heard some of the words
statements.
Chandler even said. Like it was it
Oh, I
was pretty
know.
offensive, so.
We had to bleep some of it out. Like, we're not even monetized, but I knew YouTube was going to come after us.
Wait, I don't
Like,
think I bleeped any of that out. I think it's all in there. I think
oh, see, then y'all got a good form of entertainment going on right now. Then you should
we're
definitely go check it
We're gonna
out.
be we're gonna be looking for new jobs here soon, guys. I think we're about to get canceled. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, back on course. So, if you saw the last episode, we talked about PlayStation and the disappointment that we currently have with PlayStation with the route that they are taking the game industry into. And now we're going to talk about their longtime opposition today, and that is Xbox, because Xbox has also been making a lot of big moves and a lot of big plays within their restructuring and them trying to become forefront and center again within the game industry. And we have, unlike the last episode, positive things to say. So
Fair, yeah.
yeah.
I
So
can't argue it.
if you want a good optimistic episode, this is the one. If you want a nice pessimistic one, go watch the last one.
Fair, fair.
So,
All right. Well, I mean,
d-
it goes without saying, like before we really jump into the depths on this one, I'm a big Xbox fan, so
yeah.
this is a win in my book. I'm excited for
And
this one. So
yeah, and I mean, y'all should all know at this point because I've said it multiple times. I've always preferred PlayStation. I do like Xbox. I have always liked Xbox, but PlayStation's always been my bread and butter. Right now, I'm more of an Xbox fan than I am a PlayStation fan. So I'm super excited to talk about what this company has been doing and their new CEO as well. Did you have anything else you want to say before we hop into it?
no, I'm excited for the future of Xbox gaming. That's for sure. I'm gonna lead with that, but no, I'll let you jump into your first topic, man. What do
Yeah.
you wanna cover?
Well, first of all, let's just talk about this because the Asha Sharma being put in as CEO, it was not something that happened at the beginning of the year. It kind of happened later into the year. But prior to that, though, Xbox started releasing first party games again. Holy crap! It feels like it's been forever.
Finally.
We got Forza Horizon 6, which, from my understanding, has been doing extremely well. At the time this episode comes out, Halo Campaign Evolved is in everybody's hands, and at the time of this recording, if you got the premium edition, you're already playing it.
Yep.
Sadly, the premium edition didn't have any physical copies. If it did, I would be currently playing it. But everything that I have been seeing about Campaign Evolved has been nothing but positive, though. And people are just gushing over it. We're fixing to get Gears of War E-Day this year, and then we're getting Fable in February of next year. So, like, right now, Xbox is on a generational run. So, just like I got to give him a round of applause for that because if you told me that in the span of a year we were going to get four first party Xbox games, like 2 years ago, I would have laughed in your face.
Yeah.
Like, so good job, Xbox. Thank you for giving us games. So,
No, obviously we both were big fans of Phil Spencer, and in that generation,
yep.
like he was a gamer for gamers essentially. Like when a new game came out, he was on his Xbox playing with gamers. Like
Yeah.
it's not a secret. He was definitely a part of that. But it's really been eye-opening to see the drastic shift of the entire industry, the Xbox industry, when Asha took over.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, like what changed? Like I'm really curious. But as much as we praise Phil Spencer, like we've even said, and I can quote you on this, like he would be fun to sit down and get a beer with, and I agree
Well,
1000%.
I still stand by that
Yeah,
because I think he's a good guy.
no,
I think,
100%.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing, though, is like, if it's true and there was a bunch of mismanagement and stuff like that, though, even good people can make mistakes. So,
No,
you know,
and
a lo
I'm not even saying it in the sense of negative, like he did anything wrong. Like I don't
yeah.
believe that. I think there was a lot of, I don't want to say misdirection, but a lot of crossed wires when it got to the direction of where Xbox was going. But
Honestly, yeah, and they kinda did it to themselves, but
yeah, but I'm curious now. It's like what changed up there? I refuse to believe one person coming in changed that much. But I'm excited for it. I think Asha has been, everything she's done since she took that chair has been extremely positive in the right direction, and I'm excited to see the future of Xbox.
yeah. So, well, do you have anything you want us to touch on about these first party titles that we're getting, Like, are you gonna pick up Halo Campaign
Oh,
Evolved or not?
yeah, no, I've already got my copy pre-ordered. I to be
Good deal.
honest, like I want to pick up a copy on PlayStation just
Yeah,
because of how ridiculous it sounds.
because it's gonna be the only Halo game on PlayStation
Yep.
ever.
And
Like
I won't open it. It'll sit on a shelf and just collect dust just because it's 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 wrong to play that on anything else but Xbox. Like
100% agreed.
I am one of those that are just like, no, that deserves to be on Xbox, and that's the way to play that
Mhm.
game. You are, it's no state secret. I am super excited for Fable. Like I have been
Oh,
chomping
same.
at the bit for that one for a while. Gears of War E-Day that they're showing right now. I've played all of the Gears.
Mhm.
4 and 5, I was not thrilled with. I don't even think I finished 5. That's how much I disliked that game.
I didn't
But
touch 5, so
I had issues with it, which we'll cover another time. But like,
yeah.
it wasn't for me. But I am so excited for E-Day. I'm really excited to see more of the
Uh,
origin story where we actually get to see Dom and Marcus and all that, like where it all began. So
if I remember correctly, you, were lucky enough to be able to pre-order the collector's edition for, E-Day, correct?
I actually
Okay.
had to cancel that, unfortunately,
Oh,
but
man.
it's still available.
Oh, is it?
It is still available on the Microsoft Store, so I've been kind of eyeballing that. I do want to pick it up, but there's a lot going on, and I don't know if I want to I want to commit $300 to that right now.
Yeah.
But I will
Uh,
say this, I'm already sad that I missed out on the Halo Collector's Edition.
oh, me too, man. Me
So
too.
I'm considering just pre-ordering it again just to have it. But we'll see. But yes, I did have the collector's edition at one point, but I'm also, man, I'm just excited to play this game. Like
Mhm.
that's really what it boils down to. I'm a Gears fan. I've been
Yeah.
here since the beginning. I was at the midnight launch. I remember I still have the little laminated dog tags that they gave us as a pre-order bonus. Like
Oh, you
uh
have the COG tags?
yeah, no. They were
Yeah.
with Gears of War 1, it was they were like rubber dipped black dog tags that
Oh,
actually
really?
just said Gears of War on them. I still
That's
have
cool.
those. They're goofy little pre-order bonuses, but and obviously
Still cool.
working at GameStop, I was at all of the other ones. Like I
Yeah.
ran all the other midnight launches. So like I'm super excited for this game. But no, this is what we talked about. We talked about this a while ago when we were like, "Hey, what does Xbox need to do to fix the future?" The number one thing we dug in on was exclusives. And they've been knocking it out of the park. Like you said, Forza Horizon 6 has been amazing. Halo's not an exclusive, but it's going to get back to that point where people are going to start playing on Xbox.
Mhm.
Fable's going to be great. I'm excited. If OD ever decides to release at some point in the next decade, I'll be excited for that. But there's a lot of great games coming out, and I think this is a real opportunity for Xbox to shine.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
with, if you haven't watched the last episode, you need to go back and watch it. But we talked pretty heavily on why we think the future of gaming's a little shaky. And this is a great opportunity for Microsoft to really dig in deep and go, nope, we're fixing the problem. Let's do it now.
Yep. And let me say this as well too, because you had mentioned that Halo is actually not a console exclusive, which it's true. It's going to be on PS5 as well as Xbox.
It's so
Uh,
crazy.
excuse me. Fable also is as well. Will be on PlayStation 5 as well as Xbox. From my understanding, though, Asha did try to get those ports canceled, but due to prior obligations and contractual obligations with previous management, she was unable to, and so that's the only reason we're still getting them on PS5.
I thought E-Day got canceled.
E-Day is not going to be on PS5 at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Yeah, it
E-Day
got
got
canceled.
canceled.
Yeah,
Okay.
but Halo and Fable.
Fable. Okay, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So, and also, yeah, no, I mean, man, you shouldn't have told me about the collector's edition for Gears because now I'm sitting here just kind of like, hmm. But I did pre-order the Fable collector's edition, so which is completely sold out now. So I'm very thankful I got that.
Man, I wanted the Fable collector's edition, but for the price that they're asking, it just seemed a little
Mhm.
much for just the statue.
Oh, honestly, man, like that's the main reason I even wanted it
No, I
because
I
I s-
like the statue. Like I really do, but I was like for that price, we couldn't get a little bit more.
that's fair, but man, I'm just like I saw the Jack of Blades statue.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, Jack of Blades is iconic because I grew up playing the first Fable,
Mhm.
and my dad and I played it a lot together and stuff, so the moment I saw that statue, I was just kinda like, "Yeah, I need this."
No, I like trust me, when they announced these collector's editions, they announced all of them together at the Game Fest and it had Gears of War, it had Fable, and it had Halo all on the Microsoft website. And I was
Mhm.
staring all three of them down and I was like, "All right, I want Gears, I want Halo, do I want Fable?" And it's like, "I want Fable because I love Fable. But do I
Yeah.
want to commit that much money to just a statue?" So I was like, "I'm going to hold off." And it'll probably be the same thing like with Halo, where when Fable gets here, I'll be like, man, I should have just bit the bullet and done it. Like, in all fairness,
Yeah.
but
Also, what's wrong with Asha right now?
did it? Oh, what? Uh, hello?
Are we still is it still recording? Are we good?
Yeah, we're still recording. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
It switched
okay then.
to full screen. I don't know why it did that.
Huh, weird.
It just has a mind of its own. But yeah, no,
I
everything's
guess
good.
so. Okay, cool. Um, so yeah, first party titles, Xbox, keep it up. Y'all are doing fantastic. I'm really proud that
So
y'all are just I'm proud Xbox is giving us games.
no, I
So
agree. I have a question though. I kind of have a follow up.
mm,
Is there so obviously we're getting into seeing first party stuff again, which was again the one thing we called that needs to happen, or first party exclusives, I should say.
mhm.
Um, what is there something you would like to see in the future?
Well, honestly, one of the things I would like to see is officially confirmed now, and it's coming out next year, and that is a new Spyro game
Yep.
because Spyro was under the Activision banner, and Xbox now owns Activision. It is going to be multi-platform, but me personally, though, I believe that Spyro should be multi-platform because let's be honest, Spyro's going to sell best on PlayStation because people contribute or not contribute, they associate PlayStation and Spyro together because that's its home console, and then also just because it would also sell well on Switch too, just because it's a good game. It's a good Switch game. It's a good game to take on the go. It's a good game for kids to get into and adults alike. So I think it's a smart move to have that one as multi-platform.
Agreed.
But in the future, though, obviously, you know my next answer. I'm ready for a new Crash Bandicoot, baby. So,
Yep. I figured that's where it was going.
yeah.
Now, there's
Anything that you're hopeful for?
man, there's a ton of great games I'm excited for, and there's a lot of stuff that I would love to see, but I don't think we ever will. A
Yeah,
lot of
I already know one of your answers.
yeah, I mean, I, I
Yeah.
would I would love to get Killer Instinct. Like I
Yeah,
want to
there we
see
go.
a KI2. Obviously, it was one of the biggest fighting games that brought Xbox to the table when it came to the fighting games, but now that's all gone to Sony. So I'm
Mhm,
curious how that's going to affect the future industry of like the fighting game community. Um,
mhm.
but there's other games I'd love to really dig into and see. Like, there's a ton of rare titles. I would love to dig into. I
Um,
mean, if they did like another Viva Pinata or obviously Banjo Kazooie, like all that stuff, like
yeah.
Microsoft has access to so much under their own umbrella, and they're
Mhm.
just not digging into it, man.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Banjo-Kazooie because Toys for Bob, who is doing Spyro, the new Spyro, and they did Reignited Trilogy and Crash 4, um, they are no longer under the Xbox umbrella. Whenever Xbox bought Activision, they actually went independent and spun out from Xbox and Activision,
Hmm.
but they partnered with them, Xbox and Activision, to make this new Spyro game. And Paul Yan, who is one of the uh, lead creative directors or whatever at Toys for Bob, has expressed a lot of interest in making a Banjo Kazooie game. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility anymore.
Fair. I the only thing that I would want though is I don't know if you've had the opportunity. Did you pick up the Star Fox remake?
I did.
Did you play it yet?
I haven't finished. I haven't even finished a single run, but
Okay.
I've gone through like 3
No,
planets, so
but my point is that remake is incredible, dude. That
oh,
remake
it's
is
gorgeous.
phenomenal. It is gorgeous. It plays really well. They did a great job adding to the story. Like I'm very happy with what they did. And if they did a Banjo-Kazooie, that's what I want.
That's fair, but I also don't think that's what we would get. If we get
No.
a Banjo-Kazooie remake, it's going to be like Crash Insane or Spyro Reignited.
But I
But
mean,
even then, I wouldn't complain. Those are good-looking games, but
in all fairness though, like we've had what, 4 remakes of Star Fox 64?
yeah.
Like it's not, apparently it's not out of the realm of impossibility there. Like they've done it before. Why can't we get a proper HD remake or reimagining of Banjo-Kazooie? Like that's what I would want personally. So,
Agreed. I think a good combo pack with Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie just remade. I think that would be a good way to reintroduce Banjo and Kazooie back into the mainstream, and then making a new game after that, I feel like would be a really good move.
you don't want them to throw nuts and bolts in there?
Okay, so here's the thing on Nuts and Bolts, okay? I actually do like it as a game, but it is not a good Banjo and Kazooie game.
No, I agree. I agree. It's funny.
But
That game got so much hate, and it had a lot of issues when it first came out. But
I mean, but
that's a
it's what nobody wanted though, and
no,
that was the problem.
no, not at all. But
So,
to kind of spin off on that question, though, uh, one thing that Xbox has always been really good at, and I have to give credit, PlayStation's gotten better about it lately, but customization. Like they're
mhm,
really good at coming out with these custom controllers or themed
yep.
controllers and stuff like that. Obviously, we haven't seen any kind of real customization when it comes to hardware. But what do you think on the future of that? Is there something like, for me, I'm hoping we see more of that. We need to see more of that. There needs to be some kind of specialty to that. Would you like to
Well,
see a Fable controller or a new Gears style controller or
well, I feel like we'll be getting one for sure because, just like special edition controllers, which if they do and they release a Gears one, it'll be a fine addition to my controller collection.
Yep.
So same with Fable, but because I
Yep.
did pick up the Doom the Dark Ages one that they came out with, so
Nice. I need the Forza Horizon 6 one. I
that
pre-ordered
one's
it.
been kind of hard to find.
Well, I pre-ordered it, and the store I pre-ordered it at, when they opened the box, they just took the box cutter and went right across the top,
Uh,
and every single box was cut. And I was like, yeah, I'm not picking these up. So,
I don't blame you. That sucks
so
though.
yeah, I gotta find a new one of those. I'm kind of sad about that, but no, that one, it's a gorgeous controller. But it, like kind of like what you're saying, I have a collection of controllers on my wall right here, and it would just go into the
Mhm.
collection.
No, that's fair because like I just recently started my controller collection. So, I got the God of War 20th anniversary one. I have the Ragnarok one as well, but it's not in box, unfortunately, because the
Yeah.
box got damaged. Uh, and then I have the Astrobot one, the second one they came out with, the Doom the Dark Ages one, and then I have the Resident Evil Requiem Switch Pro controller.
Oh, they relisted that. I was gonna grab that the other day. I don't know if they're still
Uh,
available.
check Best Buy because even
Yeah.
whenever it came out, Best Buy had a crap ton. So,
Yeah, no, that's what I was looking at. They Best Buy and Amazon both had it listed.
yeah. Anyway, so let's keep on moving on though.
Yeah.
So, Xbox started the year strong with releasing a first party game. They're going into the summer or finishing out the summer strong with another first party title. In the fall, we'll be getting another one. But what else has been going on with Xbox? Because uh, about maybe a quarter of the way through the year, Asha Sharma gets put in as CEO and Phil Spencer gets removed. And that was extremely shocking when that happened, honestly.
Yep.
Like I don't think anybody could have predicted it. You and I definitely weren't ready for it at
No.
all. And there was a lot of concern going into it, especially because Asha Sharma is from Xbox or Microsoft's AI division. And so,
Which that was a
and
huge shock for us. Like obviously
oh,
we're
yeah.
we're on the outside of the curtain here, but when we're talking about the future of gaming and the person taking over is from the head of their AI department, that was concerning. Like,
Yes,
especially for us.
it was extremely concerning, and honestly, I feel like for most people who enjoy the medium of video games, it's concerning, especially because of the way AI is just ruining this hobby right now. But that's an entirely different discussion.
Yeah.
But she came in and she just started making some changes. Apparently, Microsoft was really pushing for Xbox to implement Copilot, which is their AI, into the Xbox consoles, and she shut that down. So the Xbox consoles will not be featuring Copilot anymore. Which, I thought it was going to be the opposite, knowing where she came from,
Yeah.
but it seems like she really and truly is just listening to what the people want. Uh, because there was even another thing too, here recently actually, where apparently game developers underneath their umbrella and in their studios, they were complaining that she was taking the comments and expectations from people on like X and on other various online platforms over what they wanted to do. And I was just kind of like, but the people are the consumers, though. Like, do you make the game? Yes. Is it your art to make it and everything? Absolutely. But like, at the end of the day, they're still a company. They need to make money. And if this is what the people are saying they want, then guess what? The money's there.
Yeah, I feel like that's
So,
kind of the issue with the industry as a whole right now though. Like the problem is we have the team that come up with this idea and this great project, and it's passionate and there's so much they want to do, and
mhm.
then they need to get the funding, or they're under a corporate umbrella that's, you come up with the idea and if we like it, we'll fund it. But
Yep.
because they have to go through a third party, that's where the passion project turns into a, oh well, it looks great but we need to make money.
Yeah.
And that's where
Exactly.
the line starts to cross, but we still, it doesn't always work that way. I mean, look at Expedition 33. That was
Mhm.
a side project from a group of developers that worked, I think they worked for Ubisoft if I remember
Yep. They
correctly.
sure did. And Ubisoft shut down their pitch
Yep.
for Expedition 33.
And then they decided to work on it on their own while still working at Ubi,
Hmm.
and they made probably one of the best games of the decade, in all fairness. Like it's definitely up in that conversation for sure.
That's a great game. It's a really good game. So,
But that's the thing, is like I feel like a lot of wires are getting crossed when we get to that level of business per se.
oh
So
yeah, for sure. So, and then some of the other things that and changes that she immediately made was she got rid of the everything is an Xbox campaign, which
thank God.
yes, I know. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Phil Spencer still and everything, but that was a messy move. It
From
really was.
from what I read actually, and again, I'm an outside person here. Like I don't have the inside knowledge on this one.
Hmm.
But I'm forgetting her name. What was the Phil Spencer's?
Um,
Oh my
I
God, I'm
don't
drawing a
remember.
blank on her name.
I don't remember her name either.
Why? Holy cow! I can't believe I'm forgetting that. Anyway, that was all her idea.
Oh, it wasn't Phil's.
No, apparently now when she got let go, obviously Phil graciously took over and handed everything over. But when she got fired or got let go, she just disappeared.
Hmm.
Like there was no, she was not never at any event or anything like that. She just up and disappeared. But apparently, I don't know if it was Microsoft going, "Oh, this was all her fault," and made her kind of the fall guy there, or if
That's
this is
possible.
actually true. But from what I was seeing, the This Is an Xbox campaign and all of that was her doing.
I'm gonna have to dig into that more because I didn't hear about that, so I'm very curious on that one now. Um, but yeah, they got rid of that
Sarah
whole
Bond, that's
campaign.
her name.
Sarah Bond, yes, yes, yes. They got rid of that whole campaign though, and like Andy said, thank God because that was a nightmare. And Asha Sharma even said like, "Hey, we're getting rid of this and everything because an Xbox is an Xbox, and we need to remind everybody that, like your PlayStation 5 shouldn't be an Xbox, your phone shouldn't be an Xbox. At the end of the day, we got to move these units. People need to be putting Xboxes in their houses, and they need to be playing their first party games on that console." And like another round of applause. Fantastic move. You are incentivizing people to buy your console, which is what you should have been doing from the beginning.
Yeah, let me chime in with this real quick. This is a quick Google search from WCCF Tech. And it
Okay.
says Bond is pinpointed as the one who was pushing the Xbox's Play Everywhere campaign more than anyone else. And that this is an Xbox marketing strategy was the result of a few key people leaving Microsoft, leaving Bond directly in charge of the platform's marketing team. When the new campaign started to air, and those loyal to the platform on the consumer side were taken aback and even offended by it, they weren't the only ones. So yeah,
And I can't blame them, but
she's definitely the one that is becoming the fall guy for the this is an everything, or this is an Xbox or Play Everywhere. Like, I don't know if it's true, but she's definitely the one that kind of is taking the brunt of that now.
yep. So, but like, what's your thoughts though on them actually like putting worth behind their consoles again?
I mean, to be honest, that's what's going to save them. That's really
100%.
that is what is going to save them. We talked about this in depth when we did the episode of how do we fix the industry.
Hmm.
And a lot of the things we talked about were like exclusivity and making quality games, but what it really boiled down to was making your system the place to play,
Hmm.
making Xbox the place to play. And again, I like PlayStation. I
Hmm.
think the PlayStation 5 has had the better generation this generation. Xbox Series X never really got its feet under it. The Xbox One really struggled with the online requirements,
Yep.
and they never really recovered from it. But when it
Hmm.
comes to the future of Xbox, making all of these great games and making this platform that isn't this, play everywhere or everything's an Xbox, make your hardware have worth. Make
Yeah.
your Xbox the reason when somebody goes into a store to buy a physical video game, which apparently is going to be something that's not happening anymore. But when somebody goes into a store, they have to think, do I want to buy this on PlayStation? Do I want to buy it on Xbox, or do I want to buy it on Switch?
Yeah.
there's They've got to make a reason to buy it on Xbox. And I think right now we're heading in the right direction to do that, which is what we need.
Yep. I agree 100%. Uh, like I said, another round of applause for Xbox. Like that, giving what you create worth is what will save them in the end, like you said.
Yep.
So, but moving on from that, though, lots of other crazy stuff happened because after all of this happened and stuff, obviously, Project Helix was revealed before Asha Sharma took over and everything. That is going to be that's the code name for Xbox's new console.
Yep.
Yet to be revealed. Everything is rumors and speculation right now. I'm really curious to see what it is whenever they do reveal it, though. But talking about, just straightforward facts and the things that we concretely know currently, um, Xbox had a massive restructuring this summer, as of July, because this episode's probably going to be up in August, actually. So, this past month, there was a massive restructuring at Xbox, and um, a lot of people were upset online, and understandably so. I have a little bit of a different take on it, though. But I'm going to go ahead and let you take the helm on this one, though, going forward. And then I'm going to kind of rebuttal you, I guess, because I know that you and I are not going to have the same opinion.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So what do you want me to cover more? Like, what do you want me to focus on more?
what's your thoughts on this restructuring? These studios being spun off of Xbox, sold from Xbox, the layoffs, and also Asha Sharma basically just going to Bethesda and kicking Todd Howard's door down and telling him he needs to make a video game.
So
Like,
I think you might be a little bit surprised on my answer, but
okay,
um,
okay,
I I I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I think it sucks for people to lose their jobs. Like, that's the
hmm
obvious statement. Like, I love this industry. I love what we do. Like I love being able to play games and partake in this world. Like this has been my whole life essentially. And
Hmm.
I appreciate developers for everything they do. Like even even if I don't play their games, I appreciate the hard work and everything that goes into these. I went to college for this. I wanted to be a game designer and graphic designer and all this stuff. Like I went to school for it. I have a degree in it. So I understand like the level of difficulty that it takes to make these games. So it sucks when people lose their jobs. But I will say I think this is something I think the Xbox umbrella needed.
Hmm.
I think there needed to be a shakeup. Because in
Yeah.
all fairness, for the past, I want to say 5 years, but I know it's been longer than this. You know, Microsoft is just going out and buying studios up. They've been buying studios
Yep.
left and right, and they've got a ton of great talent under their umbrella. But what have they done with it?
Yeah.
And they really haven't done anything super great. We've had great games. We've had a lot of safe games though.
Hmm.
Nothing to really push the boundaries of, the industry or try something new. It's just been more safe.
Yeah.
So I think this shakeup is something that we needed. I think we needed someone to go in and, like you said, kick Todd Howard's door in and say, what are we doing? How
Yeah.
long is it going to be before Elder Scrolls 6? Are we ever
Hmm.
getting the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas remakes? Are we
Yeah.
ever, like, what is happening? Where is our money going?
Yeah. Well, before we hop into that real quick, let me kind of go off of what you just talked about with the layoffs and everything. Obviously, I have the same sentiment. It sucks that people had to lose their jobs. And but at the end of the day though, Xbox is a company. Xbox needs to make money, and unfortunately, things just did not go their way for this, for what, the better part of the last decade, I guess. Uh and so I think they said that last year in 2025, Xbox I think made 3% profit.
Yeah,
Like,
I believe
if
that.
dude, that's what the thing though is like if Xbox was not owned by Microsoft, Xbox would not be around right now.
Yeah.
Really and truly. So I'm sorry and I'm upset that people lost their jobs, but like I said, at the same time though, if Xbox wants to stay afloat and they want to stay relevant, they had to do it.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree. My thought process when I think of this is I think of like Tango, because when Tango got shut down, that was one that
Mhm.
really affected us. I say affected us, like
Yep.
we were both really bummed by that.
I
Because
still am.
yeah, but that's my thing is like there's a lot of great studios that got shut down, and even not just Microsoft. Like that, I don't want to focus. Like Blue Point got shut down by Sony, and
Yep.
like we've lost a lot of great studios and a lot of great talent when it comes to these studio closures. But I just want to say, like, the game industry is a tough industry, even if your studio doesn't shut down. I don't know if it was you
Yep.
that told me, but with the Ubisoft layoffs after
Mhm.
Black Flag Resync released,
Oh
I think
yeah, yeah.
they laid off what, like 75% of their workforce,
I believe so. Yeah.
and like the game is selling well. I think you said earlier on the last episode it sold like 2 million copies already.
In a single day it did. I think it sold more than that now. Here, let me see if I can find current sales
But my
numbers while
point,
you're
yeah,
talking.
but my point is this game still sold very well, and these developers did a great job on this port and this remake. But even though they did their part, 75% of those people lost their job. So
Yeah.
I don't want to put this solely on Microsoft. In this situation, like, yes, Microsoft was in charge of those layoffs, but overall, the industry's tough. Like, it's tough to keep a
Mhm.
job and maintain it there.
Yep.
So,
Uh, Also, within 2 weeks, this is the last purported sales numbers for the game. Within 2 weeks, it hit 3.5 million copies sold,
okay.
which that's nothing to scoff at. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, um, so yeah, going on from there though, we also found out that Xbox and Asha Sharma unfortunately had to let some studios go, and whenever it comes to that, I am in the boat though of I feel like this is the best way it could have gone, how it actually ended up happening. So because no studio got shut down, thankfully, Double Fine ended up going independent. Another studio ended up going independent too.
Actually, this
It'll come to me.
studio.
Oh, this one got sold actually, Ninja Theory.
Okay.
So yeah, Ninja Theory and then the team that does State of Decay, they ended up both actually getting sold to another company. That
Okay.
company has not been disclosed at this time, but Double Fine went independent, and then some Compulsion Games went independent, South of Midnight
Oh,
developers.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so those were the four studios that got hit in this restructuring. Like I said, though, none of them got shut down, which I think is the best possible outcome that could have happened with it.
No, it worked really well for the developers, like those teams, because they're not out of a job, and that's the nice thing. But
Yep.
the two big points I want to bring up, and I'll start with the one here that what are the odds that happens though? Like this is definitely a very fortunate circumstance that none of these teams lost jobs or anyone got let go or anything, but it's like that's not how this happens usually.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that that happened. But what bugs me is teams like Ninja Theory that did Senua. They already were aware. Microsoft was already aware that the studio was going to get let go or potentially shut down. The reason they still revealed that was to give the studio an opportunity to show off what they're working and hope that someone would buy the studio off them, or they were going to shut them down.
Honestly, though, like, I think that was very kind of them to do.
I I
Like,
I agree, but I don't like I did the was the studio aware? Was the team aware?
from my understanding and what I saw, and this could, not be true, of course, these studios were aware before the announcements were made.
Okay. Because I didn't know about
So,
that, but that was my thought process is if I'm a developer and I'm putting my blood, sweat, and tears into making that Senua game, which I don't know if you've seen the backstory on that game and like the process of development, like they do a ton of work going into those games.
yeah.
Um, and if I made one of the biggest announcements of another game coming out, and then 2 days later, I found out my studio's being sold, I would have been pissed.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
But no, I like if they keep running with that project, I am very excited for Senya. I will pick that up. I
Yeah.
loved the first one. I am holding out for a physical edition of Senua Sacrifice or Hellblade 2. Is it
Yeah, the second
Sacrifice?
one.
I'm holding out for
Saga.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sacrifice was the first one. I am holding out for a physical edition. Limited Run was supposed to do one, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. So we'll see.
And I was curious if anything has come forward at this time. The whoever bought Ninja Theory is still undisclosed at this time. So,
Okay.
but anyway, moving on from there, some of the other restructuring that they did was Asha Sharma made the statement that they need to start leveraging some of their first party titles. Who could have thought? Like,
We need to
and
check
so
our subscriber list and see if anyone with that same name is following us because I'm wondering where they got these ideas from.
yeah, I know, right? So, like I said, though, apparently Asha Sharma went to Bethesda, kicked down Todd Howard's door, and said, I need you to make a game. Because, Starfield didn't do well, and Elder Scrolls 6 was announced how long ago now?
A
A
very
decade?
long time. But I mean, in all fairness, Starfield is doing well now.
Yeah.
Like it's making money, the copies are selling, they're doing the DLC, it's doing well now. Is it Skyrim level or anything like that? Absolutely not. But my point is like it's doing well. Elder Scrolls is printing money for them. Like it
Yeah.
absolutely is. Like they're making money. But like you said, we need something new. How long has it been since ESO got announced and has been around?
Oh.
Starfield has been what, 3-4 years now?
Yeah.
So
Well, something interesting going on is apparently um the reason that we haven't had Obsidian, who is also a company owned by Xbox, not make another Fallout game since New Vegas is actually because Todd Howard
yeah.
and, him not wanting anybody else to touch the IP and stuff. Apparently, you know, Asha went in and said, yeah, that's not happening anymore, Chief, because there was a huge announcement with Bethesda that apparently they are putting all hands on deck for Elder Scrolls 6. Fallout 3 is getting a remake, and then not only that though, but Obsidian Studios is making a brand new Fallout game.
Oh, they actually just announced they're doing Fallout 3. They're doing a Fallout New Vegas remaster. Fallout 5 is in development.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're I again, like you said, she kicked the door in and stirred the fire. Like that's like we're getting something now. The problem is how long ago did they announce Elder Scrolls 6? What was that? 2018?
Yeah, so almost a decade ago.
Like
But
uh, uh, where are we with that? Like in all
yep.
fairness, I get it. This game's going to be massive. There's a lot at stake when it comes to a new Elder Scrolls game. But it's been almost 10 years, man. And
Yeah.
then kind of like what we talked about in the last episode, you know, we're so scared to do new and test new theories and ideas. The safe bet, let's do Fallout 3. Let's do Fallout New Vegas. And we'll throw Fallout 5 in development too while we're doing it.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad idea though. Like those are, games
No, I
that
don't.
historically have a good track record. So
No, agreed. I don't think it's a bad idea. I just, again, we're talking about the future of Xbox. Like, how are they going to improve? We do need to test the waters with new games.
we do, and I actually have something that I want to touch on with that later, but I want to save that for kind of our wrap up talk.
Cool. All right.
But allegedly also, she put all hands on deck for the next Halo game as well. And then it was also rumored, I don't know if it's true or not, that remakes of Halo and 2 and 3 are on the way as well.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, I would be excited because Halo 3's never gotten a remake or anything. 1 and 2 have both gotten remade already.
The
but
anniversary
3
editions.
Yeah, 3 has never been touched since its release, and so I would love a remake of 3, personally.
I mean, 3 is such a fan favorite, in all fairness.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed. I think what was it? GameStop did their Game of the Year awards when they did the video,
yeah.
and they were like the Game of the Year for 2025, Halo 3, and we were all like, "What?"
But it's
I
a
mean,
good
it's
game.
true.
Like,
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
So, but yeah, apparently, they're starting to realize, hey, we have a library of games. Maybe we should utilize that, And I'm so happy that they're doing that, and like, me, I'm not a big fan of Elder Scrolls or Fallout or anything. There's an interest there, but I just haven't really sat down to put in the time to invest into them.
Yeah.
But the fact that we're getting, they're really starting to push the new Elder Scrolls and they're starting to push Fallout and everything. I'm happy for the fans of those franchises because it's been far, far too long, for both of those franchises. They've been sitting stagnant for a while.
No, agreed. I am a Fallout fan. Like I like those games. Fallout 4 was the one that really I had a hard time getting into, so
Mhm.
I really want to try and give that another like a fair shot. But I put so much time in the Fallout 3, and New Vegas is one of my favorites. I love the Vegas theme and style there. So I'm excited to see more. But again, I just want something new, something a little different, something that just takes advantage of the creativity of some of these developers. Because I mean, we're playing games that are 10, 15 years old.
Mhm.
Let's try some new things. And I know we've got some people that are extremely creative. So
Yep.
I'd love to see what we can come up with.
Yep. So, well, unless you have anything you want to say on this restructuring topic and everything, I think I've said my piece because those were really the big points of it. I was going to move on to something else, which is the opportunity that Xbox currently has against their main competitor, PlayStation.
No, let's go for it.
All right, so if you didn't watch the last episode, once again, shame on you, you vile, vile human being. But
But you get
Place-
one pass if you pause this episode right now. Well, let me finish my statement and then pause it. But pause
Yeah.
it, go back and watch it, then come back to this video right here, and then continue. So go ahead and hit pause. Go
we're
watch
giving
it.
you the opportunity right now. We're
Yeah.
not going anywhere.
Yeah, but we're right here. Go ahead. We'll wait.
Yep.
We'll wait.
So, anyway, for those of y'all who stuck around, though, you non-vile human beings, we discussed in the last episode that PlayStation is getting rid of their physical games market at the start of 2028, going into the new console generation, which would be the PS6. Andy and I are both very upset about it, but also the internet is too, which I'm glad because
They
it's
should be.
been yeah. By the time this episode goes up, it'll actually have been a little over a month since PlayStation made the announcement, and
Yeah.
the criticism and the outcry online has not stopped, and I am so thankful for that. It needs to keep up. It really does. So,
No,
but
agreed.
that being said, though, Xbox has a really good opportunity right now because, as we talked about in the last episode as well, whenever the PS4 generation and Xbox One generation was starting up, Xbox made this mistake and PlayStation took the advantage and they ran with it, and they have been ahead of Xbox ever since.
Well, I mean, you remember when they did the little 1 minute commercial, like little meme joke thing when they were like, this
Yeah,
is how you share games with your friends. And they just
yep.
handed the physical game over and they were like, there you go. Thank you. And it's
Mhm.
like, Sony did that. That was their higher level execs that did that just to take a
Yeah.
shot at Xbox. And
Mhm.
now Sony's the ones that like, you know, are saying, yeah, we're not going to do discs anymore. We're just going to go solely digital media. You have to pay our prices. You have to follow our guidelines if you want to play video games.
Yep.
Microsoft has a huge opportunity to just go, you know what? We're going to do this for the fans. We're going to do this
Yeah.
for the gamers.
And I think it's funny too. Xbox has already been taking pot shots at Sony with this. Like whenever they've been, doing a massive marketing push for Halo campaign evolved, and one of their things was, get campaign evolved on July 29th, and make sure you get your physical copy or
28th.
something like
28th.
that.
Is it the 28th or the 29th?
Hold on, what's today? The 26th.
Because it
It
comes
comes
out.
out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday's the 20. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It is
Okay.
the 28th.
I
Yeah,
was
so
because I was planning on going to get it on the 28th. I was like, oh, do I need to wait a day? So,
okay. Yeah, no. My
But,
bad. My bad. 28th.
but no, you're absolutely right. Like they need to jump on this, and they're not even the only company that was making fun. Like we were sending pictures back and forth of Domino's and KFC and all these other brands that are just like, oh yeah, we're gonna switch to digital only pizza, or we're gonna do digital only chicken and stuff like that. It's like you understand, like you have to understand how big of an impact this makes, not just for the consumer, but everybody. Like everybody's
yeah.
a gamer.
And it's crazy too because like normally something happens within the game industry, it's just contained within the game industry.
Yep.
But you have news outlets reporting on this as well.
Yep.
That's wild. That's absolutely insane.
Like I said when we talked a little bit before the episode, we were kind of riffing back and forth on this, but it's more of a thing of when Destiny got shut down, or when they canceled like Destiny 3 and all that stuff, we would go into like PlayStation articles and it would just be bring back Destiny 3. We want Destiny 3. Hell, the state of play, the entire comment section for like a good majority of that whole state of play was bring back Destiny 3. We want Destiny 3. And obviously that's a rabid fan base. Like they are very passionate about that game, and good for them. I'm not a Destiny fan, but kudos to them. But the thing is when you start talking about, hey, we're just going to change how this entire industry has been for the last, 30 plus years, 40 plus years? We're going to change how this entire industry is, and we're just going to go solely digital. You're not just affecting a fan base. You're not affecting just Destiny players or, a franchise fan base. You're affecting your entire fan base. And that's a much larger audience than just Destiny fans or, whatever other games like major titles are out there. So yeah, this affects everybody.
Yep. Also, side tangent real quick because they just showed the trailer for Magician's Devil's Deal or whatever.
It looks so
that
good.
game looks really cool.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, it looks really cool. But anyway, yeah, so Xbox has a golden opportunity right now, and I think it would be funny if they came forward. They were like, "Hey, here's Project Helix. It has a disk drive. Let me show you how you can share games with your friends on Xbox."
They don't even need to do that. They just need to go. They just need to come out on the stage and just go, "Hey, let me show you how to use your Xbox." wait, no, you already know how to use it because you guys have been doing the exact same thing for 30 years and we're not changing a beat.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Or another good idea. This was actually something that me and a coworker were discussing at work the other day. But doing a commercial where you have a game store, like just a typical looking game store, you have a green section just filled with a bunch of games, you have a red section filled with a bunch of games, and then you have a blue section just filled with nothing. And then you know, people walking in and stuff and like being like, and they're like wearing a green shirt or a red shirt and stuff. They're like, hey, can I buy this game? And then I'm going to loan it to my friend for them to play and everything. And then having somebody come in with a blue shirt on and be like, can I borrow a game too, guys? And just
But
so
I mean, hell, Sony even said when they start doing this, they're still going to ship physical copies of codes and boxes.
yeah.
What's the
Why?
point?
Yeah, because that's the thing is like some people were trying to make the argument, well, now they're saving cost in manufacturing. No, they're still making cases and stuff. Just like you're you're just not putting a disc in it. You're not saving anything. You're not saving any money. You're not saving any product, I don't get it. I
The
really
part
don't get it.
the part that gets me, and I was watching Maximilian, and he was going over this stuff, and he actually made a really good point because he was kind of just shelling out into this being more corporate greed than anything.
Mhm,
And when you think about it, when GameStop sells a brand new copy of a game,
mhm,
they make $5 off that sale. So when they buy all of these copies in bulk, like they make, they buy thousands and thousands of copies, but when they sell a physical game for $60, they get $5 off that sale.
yep,
Sony only makes probably about $35 off that sale because
mhm,
they have to go into the process of manufacturing the disc, making the case, making the art for it, then processing it all, sealing it, shipping it, all that stuff. So they only make $35.
mhm.
Roundabout, I'm not going to say exactly. None of that happens with a code in a box.
Nope,
None of that happens when they sell it straight off the PlayStation Network. So this is just a
nope.
way for them to make an extra buck.
Yeah,
And when you look at it from that sense, it's very corporate greed and just not very friendly towards the consumer. And I feel like Microsoft really has the opportunity to be Robin Hood here and go, we're doing this for you. We're doing this for the fans. We don't care.
absolutely.
So I really want them to, like you said, I want them to dive in head first and run with this opportunity because they were the whipping boy for so long.
Hmm.
They deserve their spotlight. And this is coming from someone who, again, has been an Xbox fan. I love my
Hmm.
Xbox, but Microsoft has really kind of lost their way for the past couple generations. They really need to double down and hit this one out of the park.
No, agreed. And like I said at the beginning of the episode, I've always been a PlayStation fan first and foremost, but right now I'm not rooting for them. I am fully rooting for Xbox. I think they're doing a fantastic job so far. And then not only that though, but I want Xbox to succeed not just because I want them to succeed, but also because it incentivizes other companies to not do stupid shit like
Yeah,
this. So
because that's
because
that's the fear.
everybody wins. Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo. I was talking to someone about this a couple days ago, but they were just like, Nintendo's going to do their own thing, and they're absolutely right. Nobody
Oh yeah.
tells Nintendo what to do, but in all fairness, they've been selling us the exact same game for the last 40 plus years. They're not
They
going to
have.
change.
No.
They're not going to sit there and go, let's go digital only because we want to be a part of the future. They've been selling us Mario since 1985. The same
Yeah.
style Mario, the old 2D side scroller. It's they're going to keep doing what they want to. And that's
Yep.
good. That's
Yep.
that's good. The game key card, there's a lot of controversy behind it. I know there's a lot of people that don't care for it. To be honest, for me, it doesn't bug me that much. I would like for the game to be on the key card, but I know that's not always the case, and that's just how it is. But I mean, that's how it is with PS4 and PS5 games. That's how it is with
Yep.
Xbox One and Series X games. It's a
Yeah, so it's
license
better
to
than
download
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
So, but I was afraid that when Sony jumped on this bandwagon, Microsoft was going to do it, Nintendo was going to do it, and it looks like they honestly just kind of let Sony jump off the cliff first, and good luck. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
we're gonna stay up here. So
No, exactly. So, yeah, so this is kind of part of the wrap up section that I was hinting to
cool.
earlier. So, going forward, because we have all these good things happening, we always like to look towards the future and see what else that these companies can do to better themselves and move in a good direction. Granted, a lot of the stuff that we already, have voiced our opinion on is now coming to fruition, but is there anything else specifically you think that Xbox could do to continue this really good run they have right now? Because I have one thing in particular, but I want to see if you have anything that you would think Xbox needs to do at this time.
So everything I think they should be doing, in all fairness, they're already doing.
Hmm.
Like we've already covered the exclusivity point, kind of making your place the place to play. Like I think that's great. And to be honest, the one thing I would like to see more of is more of a reason to be an Xbox fan.
Hmm.
And I know they showed it earlier in this trailer. I think the 25th anniversary console, that translucent green with the controller, I think
Oh,
that's a
it's clean.
phenomenal system. And to be
If it
honest,
wasn't almost 900, if it wasn't almost a grand, I would buy
have they
it.
announced a price yet?
No, but I mean, Series X's are just going up
Oh
in
yeah,
price
no, I
anyway.
I
So
think
yeah,
that's going to be close to
yeah.
that. I think that's fair. I was like, I didn't realize there was a price, but
No, there's not.
um, I want one. Like I
Oh,
genuinely want, and I have the Halo system behind me. Like I have one
mhm,
of their fancy systems, but I want that, and I think that's what we need. We need something that makes it special to be an Xbox fan, and
mhm.
celebrating the 25th year of being an Xbox gamer makes me feel special. Like I don't know if it does anything for anyone else, but it's like I've been here for 25 years. I love it. I remember my original Xbox and playing Tetris Worlds on it and just spending
Mhm.
hours doing that. And then getting my 360 and my Xbox One and my Series, and like the go and like stuff like that makes me feel proud to be an Xbox gamer. And I
That's
think
fair.
that's what they need, is to tap into that.
Mhm.
Custom consoles, giving fans what they want with these great games, great first party games, great exclusive games. They're already doing all that. Like
Mhm.
they're already jumping on board. What I would want is I want them to really dig into what they have.
Mhm.
I know backwards compatibility has always been a forefront with Xbox, but I don't feel like they've ever dove in head first on it.
Mhm.
And I know there's a lot of licensing issues and stuff like that when it comes to that. Kind of like the same thing with Nintendo and classic PlayStation. But I would really like them to dig into the classics, their library, you know, give us a Game Pass catalog of just all the original Xbox or whatever, like dig into that. But also just start really expanding what your hardware does. Really
Mhm.
dig into making Xbox the best place to play multiplayer games, making it the
Mhm.
best place to play single player RPGs or all that stuff. Get rid of the interface. I hate the Xbox interface. That's probably my least favorite thing about the console. But
Yeah.
make it friendly and make it to the point where it's like, I don't have a reason to turn on my PlayStation. I don't have a
Mhm.
reason to turn on my Switch, because everything I want is right here on my Xbox. That's what I want. I want them to make that system the place to play.
I agree 100%. So, but here's my thing that I think that they should do going forward. So obviously they're really pushing on their first party titles, which like I said, very happy with that. They've even been teaming up with outside companies like with Spyro to bring a new Spyro to life, and I think that's great. Something else I think they should do, maybe not right now, but definitely down the road though, is I think, and this is going to sound crazy since we've just been crap talking PlayStation a bunch, but I think they need to pull a page out of PlayStation's book. And I think Xbox actually needs to start going to some of these third party studios and being like, hey, we'll help fund your game if it's a timed exclusive for a year on Xbox. Like, could you imagine? And like, I don't think this would happen, but could you imagine if Xbox went to Sandfall Interactive and they were like, "Hey, whatever game you're making
Oh,
next,
Jesus.
we're going we're going to give you, a check and everything, and we'll help you fund it and everything, but it has to be on PC and Xbox only for a year. Do you, that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Like I think that's what Xbox needs. Uh
Yeah.
they because I mean Sony's always done that. There's always been exclusivity with
Mhm.
PlayStation. Like hell, you remember with the Call of Duty games, they
Yeah.
always had early access to everything, like all the DLC or exclusive maps and stuff like that. And that's really where Sony started to really get a head start, is
Mhm.
because they just got that exclusivity. Hell, with what was it, Final Fantasy and all that. Sony
Well,
got that a year. I get it, but like my point is like that's what Microsoft needs, is like you saying,
yeah.
go into Sandfall and go, hey, Expedition, whatever. Let's put it on Xbox first.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing is too, is especially right now because like Square Enix and Sony are not on good terms.
Yeah.
Uh, Final Fantasy 7 Revelation is not going to be a timed exclusive. It's releasing on all
Yep.
platforms on the same day and stuff.
Which that's
Uh,
huge.
so, yeah, Sony's at a pretty big disadvantage in that category right now. So if Xbox took advantage of that, it could be crazy, Like, what if they went to Team Cherry, who does the Hollow Knight games, and they were like, "Hey, we'll fund your next Hollow Knight game or whatever you're working on next, but it has to be a timed exclusive for PC and Xbox." It would blow up. It would absolutely blow up.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong.
Oh, and I'm not saying those studios specifically. I'm just using them as
Well,
examples.
no.
But
I get it, but I don't think you're wrong up until July 1st.
well, and that's why I said not right now, but down the road.
Yeah, well, I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because how, like, this is kind of a perspective I didn't think about. You might have, but I didn't think about this. Let's say you were Team Cherry or whoever, Square Enix and stuff like that, and you just announced the next big title, the next Final Fantasy or the next Hollow Knight, whatever it is, and
Mhm.
you just announced it June 15th. And you're in the process of developing, like you're not close to a release, but you just
Mhm.
announced your next project, and Sony comes out with this saying, hey, by the way, we're not doing physical media anymore starting January 2028,
Mhm.
but you just locked in with the contract saying this game's going to be exclusive to PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you see the response that's happening on the internet.
Mhm.
How do you feel as a developer? Do you feel well prepared for that? Like you already knew? Do you feel
You
like
know, I would feel betrayed
I mean,
personally.
yeah, but I mean, again, that's one of those things. Do you think they knew in advance? Do you think Team Cherry or Square Enix or whoever, do you think they know, hey, by the way, starting January, we're probably not going to be doing physical media, so be prepared for that? Or do
No,
you feel
I
like,
don't think they know.
yeah, because like maybe that's why, in all fairness, Xbox and Switch are getting Final Fantasy at launch. Maybe it's
That's very
things like
possible.
that. Uh, so I'm curious. Like I never thought of that until you just mentioned like all this kind of going on. But I wonder if that had a factor in like Final Fantasy getting a all platform release.
That's very possible. So,
But
I
it's
don't know.
interesting. But no, I
I'm also
think
excited for this game, by the way, and I'm glad it's going to be an Xbox exclusive.
she's they've
So,
taken so long with this one.
oh, I know, dude, but I'm excited. It's almost here. So,
Yeah, it's almost here. But I think I think we're at a point where we're probably going to wrap this up here soon. But just a kind of
yep.
final point on my behalf, um, the future of gaming definitely looks pretty shaky from our
Hmm.
perspective right now. And this is what? This is August 2026, or when this comes out, it'll be August 2026.
Yep.
Um, but like it's pretty shaky looking. Like it's scary being fans of the gaming industry and just video games and this hobby as a whole. It's scary where we're going. And as much as I like Sony and as much as I love Xbox and I love Nintendo, it's concerning where the industry's going. But because of Microsoft and because of Nintendo, I still have hope that there's still passion and love in this hobby for us, and we're not going to be just kind of left out in the cold starting January 2028. So
Yep. So, but time will tell. We'll see.
we
Uh,
better.
Yeah,
Asha, we know
because
you watch. We know you're
yeah, I know
watching.
because we know you're taking all of our ideas. So anyway, but unless you have anything else you want to say, though, I'll go ahead and I will close this out for this episode.
Yep, nope. You go ahead and start wrapping it up, man. We are good to
All right.
go.
All right, cool. So, anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Are you happy with what Xbox is currently doing? Are you upset about it? What do you want to see them do in the future? What games are you excited for? Because, like we said at the beginning of the episode, we got all these first party titles coming out. This Xbox Showcase has been playing in the background this entire time. There's a lot of games that are going to be on Game Pass day one and stuff like that that you're going to
Yep.
be able to play on Xbox. So what are you excited for? Let us know down in the comments below. And yeah, I think that's it. So we will see you all next time. And remember to keep it uncultured.